I don't know. This is making me think like really far in the future. All right, today I'm checking out the Alan Parsons project. I'm listening to the song Games People Play. Let's get into it.
Where do we go from here now that all of the children are growing up? And how do we spend our lives if there's no one to lend us a hand? I don't wanna live here no more. I don't wanna stay. I'm gonna spend the rest of my life quietly faded away. Games people play, you take it or you leave it. Things that they say aren't right. If I promise you the moon and the stars, would you believe it? Games people play in the middle of the night. Where do we go from here now that all of the children are growing up? And how do we spend our time knowing nobody gives us a day? Well, I don't wanna live here no more. Well, I don't wanna stay. Ain't gonna spend the rest of my life quietly fading away. Fading away. Games people play, you take it or you leave it. Things that they say just don't make it right. If I'm telling you the truth right now, would you believe it? Games people play in the middle of the night.
Okay, now we're some kind of transition. What an interesting sound. Like right now, you got that, I guess, what synth thing going on. And that's been going on like most of the song, but then sometimes they'll kind of like overpower with some like heavier music. I guess we can call it rock. Like some kind of hard rock or something. So at times you got this synth kind of slight dancey vibe. Other times you got a lot of rock going on, and the song seems somewhat like, meaningful, sentimental, that kind of thing. Well, the kids get older. Where do we go from now? Like, what do we do in this phase of life? I'm like, dang, is this gonna be me? This gonna be me eventually. I guess it's everyone, whether you have kids or not. It's like once you get to a certain age, it's like, dang, where do we go from here? How do we spend our days? Maybe you're retired or something. Alexa's mom is retired. I'd be wondering, like, what does she do all day? Like, how does she spend her days? It's like at some point in my life, I'm gonna hit this phase, the how did we spend our days kind of phase. I don't know. I just always, I just always thought I would work forever, but that's not the case. That's what you think when you're young. And then when I get older, I'm probably gonna want to retire or something. I don't know. I don't know. This is making me think like really far in the future.
This is where you help us.
towards the end, you had the saxophone. This is like the second saxophone we've had the 2 songs in a row. This is a saxy night or something like that. This had so many different vibes, so many different sounds. I mean, it was all cohesive and whatnot, but to go from what I think was like some kind of synth sound, I don't know what it was, the one I was talking about in the beginning, then you had like the hard rock sound, and then it started getting all saxophony at the end of the song. So the saxophone definitely gives it that, you know what I mean? That grown and schmexy kind of feeling. It's just the way they were playing. It was like, that's how you play the saxophone. Some people put the mutes on it and they play it all weird. You could be like nowhere or something, and then you could play saxophone. It doesn't sound all grown and sexy, but the way they were playing it did. So it's like, it was so many, you know what I mean? So it's like a feast of sounds, like a feast of vibes in this one.
I don't know. Tell me, man, what do you know? What do you know? Me and my boys on the road. Who to go? She told me, boy, you to go. Like, I don't know.